The explosions at Port Chicago in 1944 left 320 individuals dead, 2/3 of which were African American. It destroyed the surrounding area and it affected buildings 40 miles southwest. The explosion could be seen all the way in Nevada. We can no longer ignore the history of our communities. Injustice has affected our brothers and sisters for centuries. It is time for our actions to reflect that of a unifying narrative, to connect our brothers and sisters to their history, to the actions of our ancestors. Thurgood Marshall fought for justice, and we should continue that fight through renaming the Concord Hills Regional Park to the Thurgood Marshall Regional Park, home of the Port Chicago 50. We can take up that mantle and continue to fight for peace and justice within our communities and within our world house.
Justice Thurgood Marshall, a grandson of enslaved people, a son of blue-collar workers, of educators, championed human rights in the Supreme Court, not just for women, not just for children and houseless people, but for everyone in this country. He learned from a young age. He was taught by his parents, by his community. When he messed up, he was told to recite the Constitution. The foundation of our country lived within Justice Marshall. He believed that what you believe in needs to come first. He was known as the great dissenter on the bench. Amidst all of the conservative judges around him, he would always be the one to speak up when he felt that rights were threatened. We need to channel this legacy. We need to bring our families into the movement, bring our communities with us.
Roll that back a few sentences because we also had some talking over here. So.
Yeah. Justice Marshall instructs us and teaches us to bring our families and our communities into the movement. Our struggle is not one that can be fought alone, and it's not one that allows us to be disconnected from our surroundings. He was given values by his family and his community, and we should seek those values, teach one another values, in the spirit that he gives us. This conduct allows us to broaden our characters, to be better people, more unifying, and then have a higher consciousness, understand the world around us, transforming us into warriors, non-violent upholders of social justice.
269 humans blown to unrecognizable pieces. Their families left without bodies for their funeral, mourning in the dark. Renaming the Concord Hills Regional Park to the Thurgood Marshall Regional Park, home of the Port Chicago 50, would bring their stories into the present and into the future. It would constantly remind us of the mistakes that we've made and the information and the knowledge that we can take from those mistakes, so we will never make them again.